was never really good playing role of the puppet. Too busy being me to be concerned with perception of the public. Everyone is buzzing, but everybody ain't thinking about a budget. I want ownership in something. Niggas get they wings.
If you don't go to court after you being subpoenaed, they can lock you up for the life of the trial. Or she could become a non-compliant witness, whereas that a hostile witness, where she say, I revoke my constitutional right and don't say nothing. I invoke my constitutional right, you know what I'm saying, and don't say nothing. She could do that, but she has to answer the subpoena. And I don't think she's gonna sit down and go to court or go to, you understand? If she is subpoenaed to come in there and speak on what happened to her, I believe she would do it. So Cassie, yeah. Even if they call me about the abuse with Kim, they say, yo, Gene, did you see him beat Kim? I said, on that particular case, no. Have I seen him rough Kim up and use the pillow? They you know, he liked to play fight and be hurting the girls while he play fight. Have I seen him do that? Yeah, I've seen him done that. You understand? And I've asked Kim, you all right, you good? Y'all good? And she just looked and stuff, he'll stop. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like a big uncle one time. So now, when he get to the hospital, his right wrist is ripped open. So Mr. Dill, when you got to the hospital, what happened? Well, I seen his wrist ripped up. I would testify that I seen his wrist wrapped up in a t-shirt, and he said it right there in front of Kim, you know what I'm saying, that, yo, you could have killed him because she hit an artery. You understand? And I would tell how I saw how Kim looked, and I would testify to everything if I was told to. You know, if I was brought in to testify against that. You understand? I'm not gonna sit there and wait in jail for him. Nah, I wouldn't do that.
So you don't have no problem testifying?
I have no problem sitting in the court of law, doing my due diligence and testifying on stuff that I already spoke of on the internet. When I talked about him abusing Kim and she had to cut his wrist to get him off of him, I would tell what I saw when I went to the hospital. I have no problem. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody think. If I've already said it on the internet, if I've already said it on different platforms and programs, why wouldn't I? I have no problem with saying the relationship with him and Keefe D. I have no problem in saying that he went to Suge Knight and asked Suge Knight, are we good out here? When Pac was right behind Suge, Suge had a red Bentley, Rolls Royce Bentley, Pac had the white one in the back of the House of Blues. I have no problem in saying that I told him if we go out this house, somebody gonna die tonight. And the Notorious Big came up dead. I have no problem in saying what I've been saying for years.
Hey, man, it's your boy Gemz K. We're back with another video, man. The Jane Dale been on Diddy's neck for a long time. I mean, they've been pretty much on and off, on the outs since like '97. You know, since Biggie was murdered. Because he feels like Pup is responsible, but he hasn't shied away. He said, "Man, I'm telling it all." But you know, the thing about it is context, right? Like, oh, why would you keep working for somebody who was involved in this and involved in that, and doing this and doing that. Well, if he was working for another company that was contracted to handle the security for Puff, he couldn't decide what he was going to give him. Like, I don't really want to go over there, but all right, it's his job. So my man was just doing his job. And if he just so happened to run into Puff, he happened to run into Puff and have, you know, security. But he said he used to play like a big uncle role. And he used to really, like kind of just stop some madness. He was there when Biggie and Charlie Baltimore was fighting. And he wasn't with the whole, you know, beating up on women thing and things like that. But again, he had de-escalate situations and basically secured whatever the situation was. And his primary objective was P. Diddy, right? So at the end of the day, you can't fault a man for doing his job. But if he says some things and knows some things and heard some things, then he is at liberty to speak on and share if need be. And he said, and I quote, "If I am ever called to testify in any way, shape, or form about things that I've already stated on the internet, and I've already stated to the world on the internet, when I get to court, I'm testifying. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling what I know. I'm telling what I know, and I'm not, you know, he's not wrong for telling what he knows and being honest and vocal about what he would share in his story. And my thing is, you can't ask a man to put themselves in jeopardy for the betterment of another man when all men are accountable for their own actions and should be held accountable for their own actions. It's not that man's fault that that man is tied up into some allegedly illegal activity. But at the end of the day, if it ever gets to trial, he said that if they call him to testify, he's going to tell how, you know, during the abuse of Kim Porter, it got so bad that she had to slice his wrist to get him up off of it. He said he's not going to shy away from saying that, hey, when Biggie got killed in 1997, Puffy was primarily responsible because he did not listen to the warnings that we were given. But he hasn't yet said, hey, I seen him do this, that, and the third. Or I noticed that he did this, that, and the third. I seen with my own 2 eyes that he did this, that, and the third. So at the end of the day, he just said he's gonna tell the truth. I mean, and if that absolves him of crimes and puts other crimes on him, then that man telling the truth. Now, you know, we got a culture, no snitching, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, that man ain't never, he always been a civilian in a sense, like doing security and you know, being a probation officer or whatever have you, having certain FBI training. He's never said he was a street dude. Gene Deal probably came up a certain way like a lot of people, but he never portrayed to be a quote-unquote gangster, but he'll tell you about some gangsters. And sometimes when you're dealing with a solid individual, whether they in the streets or not, if they got some street guys around, the street guys know how to move you out of the way if they don't want you ruining your civilian status. Because just like you got crash dummies, you got legal beetles. And I say that with all due respect because you use certain people for certain things. Like if you got a homeboy or something that got a legal job, but you in the streets, and you know he got your best interest at heart. Hey man, listen, he might be a cop. Hey, you know, you might be getting watched, or this coming down, or that's coming down, or hey, such and such hot, stay away from them. You get what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with warning your people, but you gotta toe the line. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thoughts on the situation. What do y'all think about Gene Deal saying he would be willing to testify in a Diddy trial? Not against him, he said. The key words, willing to testify and to testify against someone is different, because sometimes you could be a character with. So that's just my thoughts, man. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We are out. Peace.